Yeah.
Welcome to the Wise Take DFS podcast. I am your host, CK013. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013. And I'm joined once again by my basketball buddy, CashinDFS. You can find him on Twitter at CashinDFS. You can also find his GPP articles over at wisetake.com. He writes it Monday through Friday for us for all NBA slates. And only the premium Wise Take Nation members get access to those articles. Cashin, how you doing, bro?
Good. In that article, you'd have found out I was fading the big D.
He faded the big D. That's something that you very rarely hear Josh say on a big D slate. But it was the right call. On the Y stream, I think it was me, Paulie, and TC. We were on the same train as you. We didn't even discuss about it, and that's kind of the conclusion. It's funny that we all came to that conclusion that it was definitely a night to fade Westbrook and Giannis and go, or at least go light if you were going to try it, and then look for that mid tier. It ended up being just really just a couple games you really needed exposure to. There wasn't much going on in that Indiana game, the blowout city, and then the Laker game was a blowout, but at least the players still got to hit value. They were competitive, they kept within reach. But that Sacramento game was just complete trash. How'd you end up doing tonight? You made some money, right?
Yeah, I cashed with Collison in my lineup.
That's a win right there. That's a big win.
And Paul George in my lineup. But yeah, the reason I wanted to fade him is just a 4-game slate, so the ownership, he was still in my article. He was still there as a play, but just not one of my favorite plays. But Russell Westbrook wasn't even there. I did not have him even there.
Right. Yeah. So, it ended up being the right call, man. The game was a complete blowout. So none of the players, Steven Adams, I think, was probably the guy that did the best, and he only played 17 minutes. He got it done. He got a double. It was an obvious smash spot for him, but too good of a smash spot because they had no answer for him, and they really didn't need Westbrook, Paul George, or Melo. It was just I played Melo, and both of them, they were all mediocre performances, and it's because the game got out of hand because Adams was just smashing. 17 minutes, got a double, but put up 30 plus DraftKings points. 17 minutes, that's all they needed. But the blowouts definitely ruined the slate. But you know what? Some of these teams are on back ends of back-to-backs today. We have a ton of games, so some of the guys that were maybe that busted with high ownership, like Oladipo and some of these guys, we might be able to look in their direction at lower ownership and see if we can get some bounce back spots. Because the thing about blowout games is a lot of times these guys don't play their full minutes, so that they're a little bit more rested than a normal back-to-back. So I'm excited to break into this, man. We got a lot of games to get to. We're going to go position by position. Are you ready for this?
I'm always ready. I was born ready.
Yes, I knew that. I knew you were going to say that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why Cash is always on an NBA podcast. He's always ready.
hadn't even looked.
Yeah,
I never do those. So
no.
All just.
It's a first look. That's the whole point. It's a first look. I mean, it's the night before. You know what I'm saying? It's just a first look show. We just got done.
If you would have listened last night, you would have thought I would have had all the big D. But did not have the big D. Yeah, I had him. I threw in a couple $2 lineups, just some bullshit. Oh, just some bull crap.
Yeah,
and man. I had him there, but not on my one team. I only made one team.
Well, yeah, just because it's Big D and we are such supporters of Big D, if you're doing multiple lineups, you almost always have to have at least one with Big D in there. It wasn't his fault. He got into some foul trouble, but had the game not been a blowout, he probably still would have hit 60. If the game was there was just no reason for him to play because the game was just too out of hand. But if the game was close, even with the foul trouble, while he was in there, he was still mashing. It just it was just too late. But anyway, man, let's talk about these top tier point guards. We're just gonna go tier by tier. So for point guards, if you decide to pay up for point guard, who are the guys that you think you want to pay up for?
Well, I'll go from Kemba up. Kemba is a big no because that's against Milwaukee. Same reasons I didn't play Westbrook. And Westbrook is a freak. Westbrook is not a normal point guard. And I still didn't want to play him against Milwaukee. But yeah, that's a big no. The only one, I don't want to play Kyrie. The only one is John Wall. He might be a little lower owned, kind of cheap to be playing at home. The man can actually shoot at home. You can put him on the road, he can't shoot. He's bad. But at home, he can shoot. It's against Phoenix. The only thing you got to worry about is Phoenix on a back-to-back.
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that call. He by far stands out. Phoenix is like, I'm pretty sure, as far as at least the DVP that I have on record, Phoenix is by far the worst against the point guard this year. And it makes sense. They got guys like Ulis and Mike James. And even before that, Bledsoe's not a great defender either. So year after year. Booker, we talked about Booker, how terrible of a defender he is. So it's a smash spot for Wall. Like you said, man, they're home. Is this their first game back home after that West Coast road trip?
I believe so.
Yeah, but they've had a couple days off, right? I think they've had like maybe 2 days off or something like that.
At least 2.
Yeah. So I think it's fine here. And like, if you think about it, like maybe there could be a case made for that being the reason Phoenix hangs around in this game. Because ideally, like for Wall to hit his value, we're gonna need him we're gonna need this game to stay close. So that that's a little scary, but it's an obvious smash spot. Like if you're gonna pay up, like you said, from Kemba up on FanDuel, like John Wall is clearly the guy. I agree with you there. About this?
There's so many studs. Like
right.
Looking at these teams, there's so many studs here. So he will not be high owned.
Yeah, I get the feeling that paying down at point guard is going to be, at least on FanDuel, is going to be a chalkier build. Probably on DraftKings too, just because of like what you said, like because Boogie and AD and all these guys have been dominating. Like we could see that there's no Westbrook, so he's the only guy that ever raises ownership. Like that would raise that ownership out of the question. So I think you're right, man. I think we could find that maybe some of these more expensive guys, people may not go there because of the other positions. Let's talk about the guys under Kemba. Let's open up this mid-tier here.
Rubio. Dude is... I love Rubio as a player. And it's against Portland, so it's a pace-up game, even though it's at home. So they'll control the pace, but Portland will still speed them up. And Kyle Lowry in Detroit. They still didn't raise his price. But Valanciunas and Ibaka will be back, so it's not as good. Like I was super high on him in Portland, and DeRozan was my number one play that day. He was going off in the first half and then did absolutely zero in the second half. But I would like to personally thank the Memphis Grizzlies for letting me know that Mike Conley's been dealing with an injury. I mean, I'm so happy for y'all to let me know this, like, because I've been, yeah, good job, Memphis. I appreciate it. Great job.
I was waiting for you to bring that. up. We all heard that earlier obviously in the Slack, so I knew you got the message, and I was like, oh shit, like Cash is probably so pissed right now.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I was a little upset when I seen that.
Who else do you like here, man? That's pretty much it for
this
minutes here? Yeah. I'm with you on Rubio. I think this is a great sneaky spot for Rubio. The only concern is I know people like to pair Rubio with Gobert, and after Gobert's performance, I wouldn't be surprised to see his ownership a little inflated. So Gobert I'm a little worried about because of his price inflation, but as far as just Rubio, even straight up, man, like, whether you pair him or not, I like Rubio either way. It's a great matchup against Dame. Like you said, man, lately he seems like he's finally put it together a little bit. We know last year was a different team with Minnesota, but he showed the upside with Minnesota. So I think he's starting to show that upside with Utah now. So I definitely like that call, and I don't.
He's scoring more points.
Yeah,
like, he's being more aggressive on the offensive end.
Yeah, and I think it's like he has to, right? Because it's like you got Gobert, but other than that, Rodney Hood and these guys, like it's not the same as Wiggins, who'll throw up 30 shots a game. You know what I'm saying? Like he had Wiggins, let's just chuck it up there. He had Towns, he had all these guys that could score, and it's not so much the case on this team. So he is one of the he's like probably the second or third scoring option on the team outside of Gobert. So I like
really
that call.
messed up. I really messed up not even like paying no attention to them versus Dallas. I paid no attention to neither one of them. I was like, nah, it's actually a pace down game for Utah. Utah is going to play at a faster pace than Dallas. Yeah. Dallas is awful, and the only chance they have to win is to play at a snail's pace.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was kind of upset with myself.
Yeah, I mean, even in a pace down spot, like I guess when you have, like that's the thing about Utah, even though it's paced down, a lot of times it could really be like two guys running the entire offense. And so even in a pace down spot, if it's just two people, if it's a two-man show, you can still get your fantasy. But it was just a great matchup. Dallas is terrible against point guards, terrible against centers. It was just a perfect matchup, and I am with you, man. I couldn't believe I overlooked it. But Paulie was on that train. Shout out to Paulie. He was on the Gobert.
Yeah. I remember him saying Gobert.
Yeah, he was on the train, so we got to give him props. But I'm with you on Rubio for sure. Lowry's interesting. It's just like I have noticed that Denver, for some reason, last year we used to love taking point guards against Denver, but that really hasn't been the case this year. Point guards haven't done all that well collectively. And it's still early in the season, right? Like, we can't rely on that too much yet. Like, we got to see. It could have been a matchup thing, but for whatever reason, it doesn't seem to be super profitable at this point in the season. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, I like Rubio much better.
Yeah, me too.
Lowry is a price thing. Like, I see 75 next to his name. I'm like, yeah, he's been bad, but he's been good recently. He's been playing better.
Agreed. Jeff Teague, man. Oh, that dude just erupted the other day. I'm on the fade train. What about you?
I don't play Jeff Teague.
No, that other game had no effect on you anyway. That was just brushing it off. Like, I guess I'm just not winning today.
Good for y'all. Like, I'll play him. I don't play him. I would play him if he wasn't on that team, but on that team, just not gonna do it. Like, I'll lose. I won't play him much. It's gonna have to be a short slate for me and him to be on my squad.
Yeah, no, I hear it. Talk to me about your boy Elf. I know he's a game time decision. They said he's been running at like full speed, I think, or they're trying to see how he does. So, do you think he's gonna play or what?
I think he will, but I would not use him because they're not gonna just go full bore. They're gonna
slow him down.
Yeah,
definitely. All right, let's open it up to this value tier. Talk to me about this value tier, Cash. Well, like
Jerry and Grant, old dude is back. Old dude is back now, right?
Yes, Dunn. Chris Dunn is back, and like in Grant's last game, he only played 21 minutes. Like, it's Oklahoma City. I think they got blown out, so that could have been why.
Yes, they did, but
yeah,
that made me come off of him. It's just the minutes ain't secure now. Like, if Dunn is playing well, he'll play.
Yeah, and his price too, right? Like $6K on FanDuel. Like, if you want him to go 6x, which that's 36, he hasn't broken 36 once, and that's when his minutes were guaranteed. And now we're supposed to believe that he's going to get 6x, like, with Chris Dunn back, like, as a backup, and his minutes aren't secure anymore. It's like,
Yeah, Beverly is my dude. I always love Beverly. His minutes are secure unless he gets in foul trouble. De'Aaron Fox, sure wish I had you tonight, bruh. Went off in the fourth quarter. Jared Jack, congratulations. Whoever played him last game. Another guy, I just don't play, and he barely got overvalued at this price. I don't play him. Who would you rather play if you had to choose between Ulis and James today?
If I had to choose against John Wall? Well, today, the strategy that I employed was my philosophy on choosing Ulis over James today, which was ultimately a terrible decision. I chose Ulis because I honestly thought that I bid in a little bit into Phoenix not keeping up with Brooklyn, which was dumb. Hindsight's 2020. It's dumb. But now this is a spot where, like, they really are supposed to get blown out. So, like, I would think that Ulis would be the guy. You know what I'm saying? But if this game stays close, I don't see how it could be Ulis. Because, like, how could they possibly keep Ulis in there against John Wall? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and, like, they can't even just switch Booker over because you still got Bradley Beal. So it's like that, you know what I mean? Like, that's my philosophy behind it. So I think that, like, it would be, if I think I'm going to play Wall and hope the game stays close, then Mike James. But if I think the game is going to blow out and I'm staying away from Wall, then maybe Ulis. Does that make sense?
I mean, my reasoning was I've been on Ulis ever since the Bledsoe thing. So it's been every day I played Ulis over James. Right. So I wasn't going to change now because Ulis has been outplaying him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was why I wanted Ulis over him.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Like Ulis showed us. Like, Mike James, like, today, that was like, that was
Brooklyn.
He's never done that before. Like that was just...
It's Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's Brooklyn. And he's never done that before. Like, that's like... Ulis has done that, like, to many teams. Last year, we saw Ulis, like, when he's on, he could really hit some shots, rack up some steals. But you know what? Mike James played 29 minutes and Tyler Ulis only played, I think, 18. So if we go that route on a back end of a back-to-back, we could see more time. I would imagine, like, he usually plays more than 18. I mean, so, yeah, I'm kind of biased, man. I like him. I like Ulis. You know what I mean? So I'm a little biased.
TJ McConnell. This dude, like, they gotta keep playing him.
Yeah.
Last year, I can't tell you how many times I played TJ McConnell. He was on my lineups last year all the time because he was starting and he was always cheap. And dude can play. He's not gonna ever go out and get you 30 points, but he's gonna go out and get you 10 points. He's gonna go out and get you 7 assists. He's gonna get some rebounds. He's gonna get some steals. I mean, dude has paid off his price 3 games in a row and is averaging almost 30 minutes in those 3 games. Mm-hmm. He's gonna keep playing. Like, this is a cash play right here. Like, I don't expect him to go out and smash, but it is Atlanta, so he damn sure can.
Absolutely.
I'll take McConnell over both of those Phoenix guys, over all these guys down here.
Yeah. Well, there's one guy that I have to ask because there's a big question mark going into tomorrow with Dragic. I think he was sick. I wish. I got so many things hurtful to say about Dragic that I will not say right now because I'm trying to keep the mood right. But like, there's a lot of there's a lot of things I'd like to say about him. But anyway, he's probable. Okay, never mind. Dragic is probable. It says so. That's out the window.
But he could be limited.
Could be limited. Yeah, I was obviously I was going to ask about Tyler Johnson, assuming that he was out, but remains GPP only because he would have been chalk if if Dragic was out.
But I don't want Tyler Johnson to talk. Tyler Johnson is one of my dudes, like, because he can get hot, and coach will keep playing him.
Yeah.
But he normally will get to over 20 minutes. Like, he get around 23 or so. So, I mean, he's a good producer, so usually he's going to get you around 20.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what he needs, but he does have upside if he gets the minutes.
Yeah. No, I agree. So I guess we have to wait on the news from Connolly, right? Like, we don't know about Connolly, right? Because if Connolly's out, then I guess it's Mario Chalmers, or is it? I mean,
they said he's been dealing with it for a while now, so I don't expect him to be out. But it would damn sure be Chalmers.
Yeah, I mean, he's bad right now. Like they should definitely take him out. Like, you might as well let Chalmers play. At least he's healthy. Like,
Chalmers is much better right now.
I'm saying. So, like, in my opinion, man, like, they listed him as questionable, so I would hope that them doing that is their way of hinting to Conley, like, dude, maybe you should take it easy because you're kind of killing us right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, like, at a certain point, it's like, yeah, you're worried about the player, but more importantly, you're worried about your season, and he's killing them. He really is. Like, he's been bad.
Hey, look, man, he's killing me too.
Yeah,
because he's been losing me, so I'm just gonna keep riding it until I get that big game. I mean, that's what I'll do. I'll ride that shit. He's
been in some of the best and this is another one. If he does play Orlando, it's a solid matchup, man. Like, listen, you know your magic. You know your magic. You were right the other day. I thought New Orleans was gonna blow out Orlando. It was the opposite. So, like, I did say on the Wise stream, I was like, the only thing that worries me about my philosophy is that Cash knows his team very well. He knows when they're going to win. He knows when they're going to lose. He just knows the team, and he is very confident that they're not getting blown out. And then you even said they were going to win outright, which would have been a huge payday if you put that down in Vegas. But anyway, man, like, this is another dream spot for Conley. It's just like, if he's out, then it becomes a pretty awesome spot for Chalmers. Of course, we also have to worry about Harrison, who we saw last year. So, like, then it's because, like, if Chalmers starts off and he's not doing well, like, they have no loyalty to him in the starting unit, They'll just pull him and put in Little Man and see what he could do.
Oh, Harrison's actually pretty big.
Is he?
Yeah, he's not small. He's bigger than Chalmers.
Is he really? I mean, I know Chalmers is small, but I used to watch Harrison in college, and I always felt like maybe because he's a twin. I don't know. Maybe when they sit next to each other, like, they just looked little to me. But, like, small. Oh, man.
It's pretty big for a point guard.
Is he? Interesting. That is interesting. Obviously, I don't watch Memphis very much.
This dude has been all right.
Yeah, so he's going to get a minute increase. He's 3-1 on FanDuel. And, like, he's been getting... Like, the problem is, like, he has a really low floor. Like, he's played 20 minutes this year against Dallas, a really good matchup, and only gotten 5.5 fantasy points. But he's also gotten 16.6 in 16 minutes. So... hypothetically, say he gets at least 20 minutes, which I think if Connolly was out, he would get at least 20 minutes. We're speaking hypothetically, of course. But if that was the case, then if he's going to get me 20 points at 3-1, I'm totally fine with that on a slate with AD, Boogie, Harden, all these other studs, right?
Yeah, he's probably the best flyer right here I see so far.
Definitely a flyer, and only if Mike Conley's out. Like I don't think I could.
Delaney as well, because
yeah,
Coach has no problem. I mean, Delaney sucked when Schroeder was out.
Right,
it's absolutely terrible. But Coach don't have no problem sitting Schroeder down.
Yeah,
like I said, he's crazy.
Yeah,
and Coach don't. You don't remember him fighting with Dwight Howard last year all the time?
Oh yeah, I remember. No. I remember Schroeder fighting with his coach all the time and like getting benched for fighting with the coach. Like I remember, like the coach just benched him and just said, "Hey." And
I don't think the coach likes him.
Yeah, I get the feeling that something in the chemistry is off there. Like obviously, like they decided to blame it on Howard because Schroeder is still the guy, and like but there's something deeper there. Like I think there's some issues, but anyway, let me ask you about one other guy. Moutier and, two guys. Moutier and his counterpart, his teammate that he shares time with, Murray. Is there any one of these guys in particular that you're leaning towards?
I'm a big fan of Murray, but
yeah,
man, could people? I mean, I don't think it'd be popular just because how big the slate is, but I don't know. I don't like the matchup versus Lowry.
Yeah.
I mean, I might rather go to Moutier. Moutier's been playing.
He's been good. He's been shooting lights out. He like he's only been playing 19, but he's getting over 20 points. Like he's been a point per minute wise. He's been a machine. Like, of course, the thing is he's been hitting his shots. That's the thing. Can he consistently do that?
Oh, he's definitely not a shooter.
Yeah.
You go. There he is.
He's 3-9 on FanDuel, and he's 4-4 on DraftKings. Wow, 4-4.
Moutier has been better.
Yeah. Murray. No, he's been really good, man. And like Murray's been doing just good enough to not get benched, but like Moutier's been like really good. Like he like that's the thing that's what's so cool about these two guys is they're in a real competition. Like they're both elevating their game because they're both trying to he's trying to keep the starting spot. Moutier wants it back. So it's like these guys
is more of a traditional point guard.
Yeah.
Murray is fill it up.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, let's move it over to shooting guards, my man. Let's talk about this top tier. So really, there's only we'll separate this. We'll go all the way down to McCollum at 7.5 on FanDuel. So we'll stop there. So from Harden to McCollum, out of these four guys, Harden, DeRozan, Oladipo, McCollum, who are the guys that you have interest in? Just first look.
I mean, I'm interested. I'm interested in Harden just because it's the Garden. Like when the bright lights shine, like that's when certain players show up. So the Garden, it doesn't get no brighter. Like it's the most historic arena in basketball. But I'm not gonna pay that price. You got to show me first. Like I need to see a 65-point game because that's what I want at 11,000, and he hasn't come close to that. Like his best games is in the 50s, like 55. So no, big no. DeRozan, that's a no. Oladipo, I like it. People will be biased from today, and we all know Cleveland Cavaliers are absolutely horrendous right now. They are terrible. So yeah, I'll take that with that high usage, but I don't like the price. Like, but he's been getting there. Like, but is he gonna be able to go? Can he get 50? Like that's the question, and I don't think so.
Yeah, dude,
possible, but I wouldn't bet on that.
I wouldn't. The pricing on FanDuel and DraftKings for all these like guys that we've talked about so far, they're very similar. Like I've never seen it so close on both sides. I just wanted to point that out. But anyway, what about McCollum?
McCollum, I mean, usually I play McCollum on the road and Lillard at home because Lillard just is not a good player on the road. Right. He feeds off the crowd. He's just used to his arena. Like he just shoots better. McCollum plays better on the road. So usually that's how I pick them usually. Dame is at home. Lillard, McCollum is on the road. But against Utah, I'm good.
You know, I'm gonna make a comment on that real quick. As Goutside pointed something out, now on the Y stream, I think it was 2 days ago. It didn't work out. Wesley Matthews. It didn't work out. That was one of his sneaky calls, and the reasoning behind it was that shooting guards against Utah have hit value. Like, it was like X amount of games this year in a row have all hit value at any price or whatever it was. They were all hitting value pretty easily against Utah. So he took a chance on West. It didn't work because West's shot was off. He took all the shots. He just couldn't make one. Like, his shooting was horrendous that night. But we know McCollum, man. Like, he's a much higher usage type player. And it's a situation, I think I'm with you. Like, McCollum is a guy on the road. We know he could shoot on the road. Like, it doesn't really bother him. He can still make his shots. And against Utah with Gobert down low, you are going to have to make your shots because you're not really going to get too much down low. So I think this could be a sneaky spot, man. He's cheaper than Oladipo. I love Oladipo in this spot, too. We talked about before the show. I definitely like that's my problem. I think DeRozan's the odd man out to me. And, like, even him I can make a case for because, like, you know, DeRozan's just a good scorer and, you know, his pricing tier. But, like, Oladipo and McCollum stand out to me. It's going to be hard for me not to pay up at shooting guard, man, because I really like these guys. I like Oladipo, McCollum, and Harden. Like, DeRozan's the only one that I would leave out. But, like, obviously Harden I would have to play in some kind of game stack situation. That's the only way I'm doing it. Like, we're correlating to teammates, etc. And Oladipo, like, that's kind of what I think. McCollum's the only one that I think I would play without a game stack. Because even Oladipo, like, if I'm taking that's a big spread. It's like a 12, 13-point spread, something like that, I think, against Cleveland. So if I'm taking Oladipo, then I'm saying that they're going to keep this close, which is possible. You pointed out to me that Cleveland cannot blow anybody out right now.
If it's going to be close, it's going to be the opposite way. Can Cleveland keep it close? That's the question.
That's the question. It's already moved from 11 to 10.5. So
what? Cleveland is flavored by 10.5?
Yes, sir. Well,
are you kidding me? Go put all your money on that right now. There ain't no fucking way. There ain't no way.
Tell him, Cash. Please tell him. Please tell him.
No way. No way the Cavs win this game by 11 points. None.
So with that said, that actually makes me like Oladipo a lot more. I can see it, man. Maybe get some LeBron, even some love, just because of how bad Indiana's been. Like, you got Sabonis down there, right? But, like, Oladipo's got to be the guy to take him there. Like, you know, if it's going to be a shootout type game, Oladipo's got to blow up. And he didn't play that many minutes today. He was doing well. He just didn't need to play. Just didn't need him. The team was just blowing him out.
Yeah, but what I'll say about McCollum, he would be my favorite Portland player, but I just don't want the pace down. Like,
right.
I want the pace up. I want the opportunities.
Right.
But what I'll tell you is, Rodney Hood is the weakest link on that defense.
Yes.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
I mean, a stretch four can beat Favors, but Favors is still, he's decent. But a stretch four, like, they could beat him. But Gobert, Ingles, like, most casual fans don't know about Utah because they never watched them.
Right.
But Ingles is a hell of a defender.
Yes.
Very good defender. And Rubio is a good defender. Gobert is a good defender. Favors a good defender. Hood is an okay defender too, but he's just the weakest link on that squad. So that's the reason why the numbers say shooting guards as good versus.
I'll tell you what. On FanDuel for me, with the price so close to Oladipo, if I had to pick one, it'd be Oladipo. But on DraftKings, McCollum is 6'8". Does that change anything for you? All he needs is 40.8 to go 6x. He's 6'8" on DraftKings.
How much is Oladipo?
Oladipo is 7'8". He's only $100 cheaper. But, like, that's a significant price difference there. Like, I think if I had to choose one on DraftKings, McCollum's the guy to me. I mean, come on.
Well, McCollum is 1,000 cheaper than Oladipo.
Yeah, on DraftKings. Would that sway your interest at all? I mean, to me, it just seems like a slam dunk as far as value. Like, I think McCollum could definitely, like, I think 40 is within reach. Like, I'm not saying that his floor is lower than 40 in the spot, because obviously Utah is a pace down spot, and they are a good defense. But like you said, man, he's probably got the best matchup out of everyone. And, like, against good defenses, how do you be good? Yeah, you shoot. The only way to beat them is to shoot. So,
if
like,
I had to project it, I would say his floor is 18 to 20, and his ceiling is
50,
45 to 50.
45 to 50.
something like that. Maybe
on DraftKings because of the
48.
because the boosts, right? Like on DraftKings, you get the extra half a point for 3-pointers, etc.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd agree with that. So yeah, that's interesting. But both of those guys are just in a great spot. And like, as much as I like Harden, I'm a Knick fan, so I'm a little biased. And anytime I see a situation that there could be fantasy goodness in Madison Square Garden, because you're right, shooters just. It's one of the best places to shoot in the world, man. The way the lighting is, the way that everything. It's just something about that arena. Guys can just shoot. It's always been that way. Everybody can come in. It's like a home game for everybody who comes into the Garden because they can all shoot better for some reason. But anyway, let's bump it down to this mid tier. Underneath McCollum, is there anybody else in the mid tier that pop out to
you? Middleton. What did he do today? I liked him today, but I didn't use him.
He actually played 31 minutes, but he only got 23.4.
How many shots did he take?
That's a good question. He only got 9 points. Let me see.
He took a lot of shots in the game before.
Let's see.
He actually out.
I don't have it here. Well, you know, I know he played more because, like I said, Big D got into foul trouble. So I'm sure he took his shots. But then again, the matchups are tough between Roberson and Paul George. Either way, he was looking at a tough day today. You know,
I really like Beal. I don't like him as a player, but I like him against Booker. Like we was talking about, like Booker might be the worst defending shooting guard in the entire NBA. So, man, Beal and Wall could have a field day. And they could blow them out. But they could both go for 50. Lamb, nah. Lamb will have Middleton or the D on him. Gordon, his price, it's not too bad. The thing I like about Gordon is he's got so much usage with Chris Paul out. Like, he's running the point guard on the second unit. So I could go there. I could maybe like do some leverage if Harden's going to be popular and go to Gordon, and maybe Gordon gets 40 and maybe Harden gets 48. So that means Gordon blows up value and Harden's getting 4.5x or 4x or whatever. He's 11K. Waiters got some high usage as well. And Waiters just went off, so maybe he's popular. But he did go off, which I did not think was going to happen because he's going to have Wiggins or Butler on him. But he went off. Yeah. Didn't watch the game.
Paulie D did call it. Again, props to him.
Know.
Props to him. Again, he had a good day that day. That was the same day as Gobert. He had Gobert and Waiters. He did win. He won a good amount of money that day, so that made sense. But I'm with you, man. I wasn't too high on Waiters. Like, I respect Paulie, obviously. Like, I'll always put somebody on the radar when the guys I respect, like you and TC and, you know, the whole nation, like I'll put them on my radar, but like it doesn't mean they're gonna make the cut. You know, I still gotta make my own decision. And I chose to leave him off. I went with Dragic instead, and man, was that a mistake?
Man, I went with Dragic as well. He had a good first half.
Oh my god,
dude scored 4 fantasy points in the second half before overtime.
Dude, it was sickening. It was.
He went from 19 to 23. Yeah, I was very mad.
Yeah,
like, yeah,
very mad. Who else you like here, man? What about Wiggins? Like, New Orleans has been exceptionally bad against shooting guards this year, but like, I don't know. Like, what do you think? Dude, you know that's one of the highest totals of the night, that game.
Yeah, I mean that's the way New Orleans has been so far.
224 total, and New Orleans is favored by 2.
Yeah, I would say that Minnesota's going to win this game. Oh no, Cat's kind of sick. I don't think New Orleans is as good as I thought they was going to be. That's what I say.
Yeah.
But AD and Boogie's going to still do their thing. I mean, he's going to shoot and he's going to play minutes. But you know, I'm not a fan of him. Like, he just doesn't do enough for me except score. He did get 7 rebounds last game though.
Yeah.
I mean, not much. Like, I like Hardaway with Harden defense.
Yeah.
Harden should cover him, I would think.
Yeah, that would make the most sense, I would imagine.
Could be Gordon, though. But no.
Honestly, even if it was Gordon, neither of those guys really worry me. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Gordon is much better than Harden, though.
No, without a doubt. Like, and like that's not even saying much. Harden is a really bad defender, but a guy like Hardaway, like a scoring guy, like that's just if he's gonna do well, it's on scoring. So it's like guys like him. Like, only time I worry is like if it's like honestly, I'd be more worried if Ariza covered him, which is a possibility. Like I'd be a little bit more worried if Ariza covered him. Like somebody who's maybe a little more physical and won't let him drive down or anything like that. Won't let him do his little fadeaway stuff. Somebody with reach that could reach when he tries to like take those far shots. Like I like Hardaway. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying like I'm not too worried about Gordon or Harden. The only thing that worries me is if they put if he starts heating up and they put Ariza on him or PJ Tucker, because like who are the small forwards for the Knicks? Really, it's Hardaway and Lee kind of rotate. They play the two into they kind of play the 2 into 3. So that means that's going to leave like one of these guys is going to draw Tucker when Tucker's in the game. One of these guys is going to draw. Well, unless Tucker guards Porzingis. Mamute. Oh, man. Forgot all about that dude.
Yeah, that is true. But you just leave Lee. Like, don't even cover him.
Yeah, man. Just leave it. Just leave him there, man. I agree.
You don't need to cover that guy. But Gary Harris has been balling.
Yeah.
Like, he has been balling. He's been aggressive. So, price came up a little bit, but he's at home. But I mean, I'm not in love with that. Like, I'm not in love with much down here.
Yeah. What about Tyreek Evans? His price bumped up barely, like another 200 it bumped up. But once again, man, and he put up 35.5. He was somebody that we talked about a lot that day, both on the pod the night before and on the Y stream. Like we were all saying that Tyreek was in a good spot, and he did it again, man. It's just the usage, especially like I would think, especially if Connolly is out, that's even more boost for the second unit, right? Because like Chalmers ain't even going to be in that second unit anymore. So
yeah,
like
that's what I was about to say. It would definitely give him a big boost if Connolly is out.
So we'll have to keep that one in mind. Then maybe we'll reserve him for if Connolly's out because his price is it's a little worrisome.
But it's not even I mean, you don't even have to like.
Oh, he played 30 minutes against Charlotte.
Yeah, that's what would worry me the most. Because I don't know, that guy's kind of.
That's the thing. Like he never plays minutes like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, he's been playing well, so yes, he's an option.
Yeah. Let's open it up to the rest of the value tier now that we've already kind of touched on some of these guys. Are anybody that cheap worthy?
Wesley Matthews.
Yeah.
It's a minutes thing. Austin Rivers against him. That's a minutes thing. Like when dudes play that many minutes and it is cheap, I like it. Dwayne Wade. Good guy, dude. He looks so old on the basketball court. He's he's gonna get about 25. That's I don't want more. Ross, it's too cheap. But he's a guy that can disappear. But he's gonna play 30 minutes. So okay. That's about it. Corver. I mean, JR's been so bad.
Yeah.
And Corver's the option at that price. But if he's not making a shot, he's not going to do nothing for you.
JR has been bad, but it's worth noting that Iman Shumpert is going to be out for 5 to 7 days. So we could see his minutes could become more solidified. So it's worth mentioning. Like, I'm with you. Like, I hate playing JR, but in certain spots, because his price is there, like, he is going to take some shots. Like, that's what he does. That's what JR does. So
I would rather play Corver.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there. At least his precision's a little bit better, right? Let's go ahead and move over to small forward. You know what? Before we leave, okay, I want to ask you one question before we go to small forward, and it kind of leads into small forward because on DraftKings they are both small forward eligible. Middleton is 6'8", Wiggins is 6'9". Same price. Which one would you pick on DraftKings?
Middleton all day.
Middleton? I think I would have to go Wiggins here, man. I think I would have to go Wiggins.
Well, it's just me. I mean, I'm biased. Like I'm biased. Okay. I know that Middleton can get steals and get rebounds and get assists, and I know that Wiggins just stands there and shoots. So I just go to the player that does more. Like
no. Normally I would agree. Like normally I would definitely agree. I just know that New Orleans really struggled against shooting guards, particularly.
Yeah. So his matchup will be great against E'Twaun Moore.
Right.
E'Twaun Moore is too small.
That's exactly where I'm going. And like I think that they're going to put Cunningham on what's his name? Butler, right? Like I would imagine.
Yeah. Sure.
And he's a pretty good defender. I respect his defense.
This is a fettuccine Alfredo situation.
Fettuccine Alfredo situation.
Like, yeah, we're not barbecue chicken around here like Shaq and Chuck. We fettuccine Alfredo around this hole. That's a fettuccine Alfredo situation.
I'm with it.
He could go off.
Fettuccine Alfredo all day. Let's move it over to small forwards, guys. Talk to me about some of the top tiers. We got your boy Big D, small forward on FanDuel. We got LeBron James. I guess we can kind of, you know what? We'll stop it at your boy Fournier. So all the way down to Fournier. These four guys: Butler, James, Big D, and Fournier. Big D is Giannis for those of you who are new.
I love Big D. Like, I love him that he underperformed yesterday. So people don't want to click that. And I need to read up on MKG, and I need to watch his last game as well. I don't know. His minutes should be bumping up. Like, he shouldn't be just on a 20-minute limit on. See, he already got up to 27. MKG is a good defender. He's a pretty good defender, but no defender really worries me. One of the reasons I fade him today is because of Paul George and Roberson. Both of them are very good, and they could switch off. But there's nobody else to switch off. Like, it's going to be MKG, and he'll start to wear out. He might not be in full game shape yet. Yeah, I love that. LeBron James' price went down about a G, right? He was about 11.3 last time, I think. Now he's down to 10.4.
Yeah, 10.4 is pretty attractive for LeBron. Well, 2 games in a row, he hasn't done anything.
That's okay. It's still LeBron James. Like,
still LeBron.
Most people is going to be like, oh, well, we got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Who is that? They don't even know who that is. Who is that guy? He's 12.6. We got LeBron James at 10.4. Oh, let me click LeBron James, and I'll be riding that D.
Oh, it makes sense. It's a great bounce back spot for Giannis. He's just so expensive, and it's a huge slate. So it's a tough call, but like Big D's always in play. Like, he's always a good play. There's never a situation where he's not a good play.
Great cash play.
Yes, 100%. I do think for me, LeBron it's for me. If I'm playing LeBron, it's only when I'm playing Oladipo. Like, I'm playing those two together and just hoping that it shoots out. Maybe I throw in Love or something like that, or even Thaddeus Young. But like for me, like, I'm only playing LeBron with Oladipo. Otherwise, I don't know. I just 10-4. Like, I think he's gonna be owned. Like, he's a lot more attainable than, like you said, than Big D. And
I mean, it's a better matchup for LeBron than it is.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Giannis has to deal like he's gonna have to shoot. And like you mentioned, he worked on his shot in the offseason, and it's showing. His shots are a little bit like, they're starting to hit a little bit, but it's not, it's scary though. You know what I mean? Like, but I still like him. I mean, it's a bounce back spot. Ownership probably be low because of his price and the fact that so many people got burned by him the slate before. So I think I'm with you there.
Let me get my charger. Real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
2 seconds.
Yeah, go for it. So anyway, while he gets the charger, I'm going to. Ooh, man. Yeah, I definitely think that we could see a nice correlation there. Cleveland has been, according to my DVP that I have in front of me here, I'm curious to see what the Wise Take model has tomorrow. Those of you that aren't already subscribed, head over to wisetake.com. We have some really awesome stuff. We just lowered our prices. Oh, special thing, free 7-day trial. If you sign up for the monthly plan, you'll get a free 7-day trial to see if you like our services first. You could use it for the NBA package, or preferably use it for the All Sports package. The All Sports package is now $29.99, and if you use promo code Twitter, you'll get it for $24.99. You get access to all the sports that we offer, and you get a 7-day free trial. So the way that works is when you sign up for the monthly plan, you get 7 days for free. If you like it, you keep it. After the 7th day, you get charged, and then it's a monthly recurring plan from there. If you are unsatisfied, as long as you cancel the subscription within the 7-day grace period, you are not charged for anything, and you were able to just try all the products. Anyway, Cash, what about these other two guys, Butler and Fournier? Any of them do anything for you?
Not Butler. It's just not going to jump on the train till I see it consistently. But Fournier, I'm always a fan of Fournier because He's such a big part of that offense.
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
Got to get you 40, which I mean, it's not like that's gonna happen on a daily. I mean, he's not like a stud like these other guys.
Yeah.
But his price is so high that nobody wants to play him. Like,
yeah, he's priced awkwardly.
The casual fan doesn't even know that Evan Fournier is good at basketball. Really? Like,
no. He's 6'6" on DraftKings. I think I'd much prefer him there.
Yeah, that is better. Right? Why is Gordon Hayward even sitting there? Like, get him out of here. I don't want to see his face.
I feel bad for the guy. It's just it makes me feel bad every time I see his name. I agree. I don't want to see him. At least make him min-price. It's like no, but who else, man? We're gonna open up small forward. Talk to me about this mid-tier and the value. Anybody that pops out to you here. It's like, you know.
I mean, Covington is a GPP option because he can go get 40 or he can go get 15. Harrison Barnes, that's a cash play. That's just like a minute's floor play. Not for me. Torian Prince, not for me. Joe Ingles, I like Jaylen Brown much more though, for 100 less. He's been struggling, but his last game he was balling in the first half, and then he didn't really do much after. But who else? No. Trevor Ariza, maybe. Not a huge fan of you, Trevor Ariza, but gonna get the minutes. He's just not gonna get you the upside though, usually. But he can always have he's gonna have a game like every 10, 15 games where he's on fire. Yes. And he will get you the upside.
Yes.
Jonathan Simmons is my man. Why he's not starting, I don't know. Maybe I need to go over to Frank Vogel's neighborhood, stand outside of his house. Like, look, bro, like what's going on here? Why is Jonathan Simmons not starting yet? He is better than Terrence Ross by a mile. It's a mile. It's a mile long how much better Jonathan Simmons is than Terrence Ross. And he's still not starting, but give me all of that. Y'all don't want to play him? I'll play him. I like him better if Peyton is out because he will run point guard. But if Peyton is out, if Peyton is in, that takes out like I don't think that's going to happen because they're Augustine will be on the second unit. You know what I'm saying? So it just won't be as much, but he will still run offense some. His price will come up a little bit. I like it. People don't want to place backup players.
No.
I love backup high usage players.
Yeah.
Evan Turner, no. What you think about? Do you like Wilson Chandler versus this team?
He's been so tough to figure out, man.
He's been bad this year.
Yeah, he's been like the only time Chandler has done well. It was really only once, and it was against Brooklyn. And my point was like it has to be like a really bad defensive team. Like it has to be a really bad defensive team. Like Barton, like Chandler on the second unit. Like Barton's been the guy because he's getting his opportunities. He hasn't been all that great either, but like at least he has somewhat of a ceiling. Chandler hasn't really shown much of a ceiling. But I mean, like
it's because of Millsap. Like I said it before the year, 100%. Millsap is gonna hurt this team.
Yeah.
Especially the bigger guys.
Yeah.
The point guards and the shooting guards not as much, but sure. Jokic, he's gonna hurt that value.
Yeah.
And he's gonna hurt Chandler's value.
That's what he's been doing. He's been taking rebounds away from Chandler. He's been taking shots away from Chandler. He's Chandler. Last year Chandler was like the second actual scoring option as far as like shooting. Like if Jokic couldn't get a shot, let Chandler play some ISO. That was kind of like the backup plan. This year that's not the case. It's Jokic and then freaking Millsap, and then at that point Murray. It's like, you know what I mean?
And it was because Murray was on the bench too. Like right. Now Murray is in the starting, and he's gonna jack it. Like he's gonna shoot.
He's gonna shoot. Yeah. So as much as I like Chandler and I want to play Chandler, I just right now we're just not seeing it, and he's more expensive now. I don't know why. We went up $100. 47 on DraftKings.
Bojan had a hell of a game tonight. I picked the wrong Bojan.
Bogdanovich.
I picked Bogan. This is Bojan. Hey, I picked the wrong Bogdanovich.
Yeah.
He's been playing big minutes. 4 games in a row. He's been playing good minutes. Tonight it was only 27 because of the blowout.
Yeah.
But he is on the road. But a thing I did a lot last year, especially like the last half of the year, was attack LeBron James. Because he needs, like Westbrook, like Harden. The reason why we attack them because they take off on the defensive end because they got to handle so much on the offensive end. Like Westbrook is not a bad defender; he's not terrible, and Harden got better last year as a defender. But these guys just got to take off somewhere. They got to run everything on the offensive end, so they got to take off on the defensive end. So that's something I do. I attack these studs that need to take off. I thought Crowder was going to help this, but Crowder is not playing the minutes. I don't know why. But other than that, like...
I got a guy for you. What about Dylan Brooks at 3.7? He's been actually, his last 2 games, he's actually been getting a decent amount of minutes. Now, I know he is scoring dependent, which we don't like, but it is Orlando.
I mean, yeah, his price is down now.
Right.
He's only 38. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's an option. But, like you said, he has to score. He got 8 rebounds last game. Wow. Good job, Dylan Brooks. 3 assists, 4 turnovers. That means he had the ball in his hand a lot. Hopefully that's...
Yeah, especially if Conley's out, and it's going to be Tyreek and Brooks running that entire second unit. It's all usage right there.
Yeah, give me Tyreek, but that's a good option too.
Let's move it over to the power forwards, man. We have a power forward is loaded, at least the top. It's pretty much loaded top to bottom. Or the top tier specifically is like super loaded. AD, Kristaps Porzingis, Ben Simmons, Blake Griffin. We'll stop it right there, and then we'll matter of fact, we'll include Aaron Gordon because he's 7'6". He's above the 75. Talk to me about these guys.
I gotta say one more thing.
Yeah. Lance
Stevenson against LeBron.
Oh man, another TC's call today. Oh my gosh, that dude went nutty.
Yeah.
The narrative. I
think he got. Did he get all these points in the fourth quarter in the blowout, or?
I think so. I think he got a lot of run in the blowout. Yeah, he was doing well when he did play, but then when the blowout came, he was like, just kept mashing. I think.
Yeah, he was high usage on the second unit, but it's just a LeBron thing. Like, remember when they used to battle in the playoffs? Like he's blowing in his ear and shit or stuff. Yeah, that's it. It's just so cheap. Like he's almost totally min. Like all he needs is 18. For upside for a tournament, but just thought I would throw that out there. AD. While I love AD, if I had to choose between him and Boogie, I'm gonna go Boogie today because of Cat defense. Something I do on the regular is play any center versus Cat. I told Cam the other day to play Big Neck Bam. Big Neck Bam had like 30 something. You just play centers against Cat. I don't know why people think Cat is a good defender. He is horrendous. He is the Devin Booker of centers. He is not good at defense. Please remember that. Ben Simmons.
I'm sorry. The Devin Booker of power forwards.
Yes. Terrible at defense. Give me Ben Simmons. Even at this price, I like it. Nobody wants to play this rookie at that price. I mean, dude got to get you 45 just for cash value. Oh, nobody want that, right? Nobody wants that. I'll take it. I like Ben Simmons. But, oh, man. Who you choosing if you had to choose one? Porzingis or Simmons? Porzingis is only 500 more.
I know, man, and the usage is just insane. To me, tomorrow, the GPP format, to me, I'm going to go not necessarily full game stacks, but a lot of correlation within game stacks. Like, for me, like, if I'm taking Porzingis, it's probably a lineup with Harden and maybe, like, another guy who we're going to talk about soon, what's his name? Ryan Anderson. Like, and then maybe Hardaway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, it's like, I don't think, like, I would play Porzingis at 9.7 with these other options, because Ben Simmons is also it's a smash spot for him too, and he's cheaper. But like, it's definitely it's hard not to go with Porzingis. He's been super consistent, and I'll tell you what, on DraftKings, dude. Like let me look on DraftKings real quick, because
I mean it's a great matchup for both of them. Like
yeah,
Ryan Anderson on Kristaps, please.
Yeah. See, on DraftKings, Ben Simmons is 8.8 and Porzingis is 8.9. You know what I mean? Like,
closer.
Yeah, even closer and cheaper. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like,
look, man, you want to win a tournament, you go Ben Simmons because Porzingis is going to be higher owned.
That's where I'm kind of leaning. Like, unless I'm doing a game stack, I think I would prefer, like, if I could afford either one, and like I'm not doing a game stack, I'm just picking my top plays, my top ceiling plays. I think I throw Simmons in there because he's cheaper and because I would assume Porzingis is going to be crazy popular because I think that people are going to want to play the Harden Porzingis back and forth thing. Like I do. But I do like. I mean, I'm a Knicks fan, dude, so I love Porzingis. Like, don't get me wrong. But Porzingis, like the thing about Porzingis is sometimes he gets shooting dependent. Like he'll get his rebounds, he'll get his assists, but you need him to be scoring too in order to get his value. And like my problem with him is sometimes he relies. He's a great shooter, but he relies a little too much on that shot. Sometimes, like he did it against Boston. Horford wouldn't let him get down low. Horford was all over him, and he forced Porzingis to take up shots. It's just I don't know, like. Mamute maybe? Well, can they? Is Porzingis too big for him?
Oh yeah, he is. But Mamute can still hold his own. But yeah, I mean he's just too long. Like,
right.
It's too long and lengthy. But let me just tell you, I hate your New York Knicks. On draft night when they drafted him, one pick ahead of the Magic, I broke my TV. Like I literally threw what was in my hand. I don't remember what it was at my TV, and I shattered it. Because now the Magic have Mario Hezonja.
Oh, who's gone, right?
Instead of no, he's still there.
Okay.
He's sitting on the bench collecting dust. and y'all got Porzingis. Yes. Let me tell you, I was so pissed. Why y'all stupid New York fans was booing him? You motherfucker, man! Like it pissed me off so bad. Y'all have no idea y'all have no idea what you're doing. Like pay attention to basketball. This kid was gonna be a stud from day one. And y'all booing him? Y'all are idiots. All of you New Yorkers are idiots. Pay attention to some basketball. I guarantee you all real New York Knicks fans that actually know basketball was happy as hell. This kid was going to be a stud from jump. And y'all booing this motherfucker. You pissed me off. I was so pissed. I wanted the Magic to get him, and I kept hearing, like, Phil Jackson's not going to get him. Phil Jackson's not going to pick him. Oh, do you know where my Magic would be right now with him?
I did not boo him, just so you know. I was happy when they picked Porzingis. I was very
good.
happy.
I'm glad. Any of you idiots that was booing him just don't know basketball. But whatever. I'll get off of that.
Oh, man. That's
Blake Griffin is another great option. Like,
just write that into the next one. Blake Griffin.
All four of these guys at the top are all just great options. But I don't want to pay that for AD on Boogie. I would be scared of them winning handily versus Dallas at home. So that would be why Blake Griffin would be my least favorite, and I don't think I could play him. Like I would rather go to Aaron Gordon or Otto Porter. Like this is like a perfect Otto Porter spot. With a fast-paced team coming into his arena, and they moved him back. Oh no, he's still. I was thinking I was at small forward. Please move him back to small forward. I like Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon had some big games versus Memphis. I think he had his career high versus Memphis, and then he beat it against the Clippers, I believe, last year. But Aaron Gordon has had some big games versus Memphis. Just throw that out there. Paul Millsap. No, his price came back up. Marketing. Got to deal with neck tech. I like Thaddeus Young. Played well today, and I liked him, and I didn't use him. But it's going to be against Love. At least to begin the game. I don't know. Who you like? Oh, you're on mute, bro.
What do you think about Ryan Anderson?
No.
No? No Ryan Anderson? No Rhino? You're not into the Ryan Anderson on the road narrative?
Well, I mean, not necessarily. Like, I don't think that's like, I don't know. I mean, he's a great shooter. Like,
he's a great shooter, and now he's going to be in the Garden.
but maybe it's the depth in Houston or the lighting or something. But I don't believe that. But no, I don't want him. Hell no. I don't think he's going to be on the court much because Kristaps going to be putting it into his behind. He's going to be sitting on the bench. Yeah, nah. Hell no. I don't want none of that.
Oh, that's hilarious. Anybody else you see here, man? I think for me, like, the mid-tier, like, I'm probably going to either pay up or pay down on FanDuel at least. Like, on DraftKings, you only got to pick one, so, like, you can make a decision. But on FanDuel, for me, I'm probably going to pick one of these guys and pay down on the other. Like, either Ben Simmons and Porzingis, or maybe even Gordon. My only problem with Porter is we've talked about 3 people from Washington, and we've just talked about how they're in such a smash spot. So it's like all 3 of these guys, like who's going to be the one, if any? And if they're all in such good spots, how are they not going to blow Phoenix out tomorrow? It's like I know I always say I shouldn't try to predict blowouts. I can't help it sometimes. And like I'm wrong often. Like whenever I do predict blowouts, that's what kills me. I'm better off ignoring that stuff and just going for the plays. I do a lot better that way. But like I'm trying to avoid it, and then it's like Wall, okay, let it go. Beal, yeah, okay, let it go. And then it's like Porter. It's like, oh my god, their whole team is in a smash spot right now. It's like, you know what I mean?
But the thing I do is that if it's a guy that's super expensive, then I try to stay away. But if it's an Otto Porter that's only 7.5, like I think that he could, if they're gonna blow them out, he's gonna get his, like if it's a blowout, it's a blowout for a reason. Like they're getting their points to blow them out. But when you got to pay 11, 12,000 for a guy to only get 3 quarters, that's when I don't like it. But if I'm paying 7 for a guy and gonna get 3 quarters, I'm down. Like I can do that because it's the NBA. I mean, anything can happen. Like John Wall could turn his ankle, and then it's going to be a Beal Porter game, and it's going to stay close as well. Like it's not going to be a blowout then, and they're definitely going to go off. So, I mean, I try not to do it at all. The only team that I do it with is the Warriors. Like the Warriors at home. Like that's just.
Well, it's like you just said too. It's because a lot of it has to do with price. A lot of this time, the Warriors are priced up. Like if Kevin Durant was like 7'6" and you thought he was going to be in a blowout, you'd probably still take Kevin Durant, right?
But they're not priced up like these other guys. Like it's because they're so good. Like Kevin Durant's only like 10-3 usually, or 10, and Steph is down at 9-4, yeah. And then Clay is at 7'6", somewhere around there. So and Draymond is. I think it was like 7-9 last time.
7, yeah, something like that. He was cheap.
But yeah, but I can take Durant at 10 because I think he can get to 55 in 3 quarters. So I can still do that if I think they're gonna blow somebody out. It's just all depends on the situation, the game, the slate, all that.
Definitely. Is there any other power forwards you want to talk about, or should we move it on over to center?
Oh yeah, let's talk about my favorite person in the world, Jason Kidd. I love you so much, dude. I love you so much. The reason I didn't play Henson, because I thought he was going to be fantastic because they needed him for Adams. But obviously, why do you think Adams went off? Well, first of all, I don't think Henson could stop Adams. But we got the thin man in the game. Are you serious? I mean, come on, man. Adams is going to eat the thin man. He's going to eat him alive. And he's still going to be hungry because he's so skinny. He's still going to be hungry after he eats him. Jason Kidd, I love you so much. Henson is chalk. Jason Kidd, thank you, man. You're the greatest coach in the world, you stupid mother. I hate Jason Kidd. I hate Luke Walton. I hate them. I hate them. Okay, get back to the plays.
You know, one dude commented on a YouTube show. It was like three days ago, and like, listen, the people love you guys. I got to tell you, like today, I think on the show last night, one of the comments we got is Cashin is the best DFS guy around, or something like that. Like very flattering. One guy though, a few days ago was like, that dude in the middle looks like he has anger problems.
You damn right. Don't get it twisted. I damn sure do. Especially dying. when it comes to my game I love so much. They just ruin it. Like he ruins it. He's such an idiot. The worst coach in the NBA, maybe. It's between him or Walton. They're very close. Luke Walton is a moron as well. What else? Do I like any other power forwards down here? I like Jarrell Martin, but just no. The coach has something.
Enough. What about if Redick is out and Sarge gets the call?
I mean, Sarge is just too cheap.
Yeah.
With as much times as I played him last year, and he's just going ham, and I see 3.8, I just thought I'd never see it in my life.
Yeah, I know.
Played 31 minutes last game, and Redick was in. Redick played last game, didn't he?
No, he was out.
Oh no, that's right, he was out late.
Yeah, he was out late.
Yeah, I don't think that Redick will take away from him, and I might rather have him on the second unit because maybe he's get a usage. Bump.
Maybe he'll have some kind of usage at all.
Terrific. Dragon Bender, I liked him today. Got 6x. I think he's better than Chris. And if it's a blowout, say it is a blowout, he's going to play the blowout minutes, not Chris.
That's true. I agree with that.
I think 100%. Dragon Bender is better than Chris, personally.
Yeah, I think so.
At least right now, today.
Well, yeah. Well, Chris can't even stay on the court, man. This dude's got a fouling issue, man. He's a little too aggressive on defense.
Talk about points per minute. He has fouls per minute.
Yeah, through the roof. It's like through the roof, I bet. He's like the Westbrook of fouls. He's just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, for sure. Amir Johnson is another guy. He's been playing about 20 minutes. At 20 minutes, he can go off. Yeah. And he will, but it's against Atlanta, so he can. Other than that, I don't see none. Kenneth Faried going to play today?
Who knows? I don't think anybody knows. Nobody knows. 3K. Nobody knows. He played 3 minutes against the Knicks. He played 3 minutes. Dude's from Newark. Can't even catch a break. All right, let's move it over to center.
Get Faried out of there, please.
Oh, please, man.
I'd love to watch him on the court.
Oh, no, absolutely, man. I'd love to see him. Let's talk about centers, man. Talk to me about Boogie.
Fettuccine Alfredo with extra sauce. Extra Alfredo sauce. I love it. Cat can't stop a nosebleed, as Paulie would say. I love it. Don't love the price, but I love Boogie. I attract to crazy MFers because I'm a crazy MFer, and that's as crazy as it comes. I love him. I don't know if I'm going to go there, though.
Oh, man.
I just don't know. Like, I want to, but right now, if I oh, man. I don't know.
It's tough.
Right?
There's a lot. Center is always deep, and on FanDuel, you only get one. Like on DraftKings, you can play Boogie at power forward, center, utility, forward spot. Like, there's plenty of ways to fit him in. On FanDuel,
he could literally come in on FanDuel at 7%.
That's what I'm saying. He really could. He could. You could get in like one of the highest totals of the night in a close spread. It's the second highest total of the night. Home, coming off a bad game against Cat. It is very hard on FanDuel to not click that button. And he's not even 12, man. He's 11.7. He's 100 cheaper than AD.
Man, I just clicked the Giannis, AD, and Boogie in my lineup. Just 3, and I got 4,000 a player.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, if I had to choose one, it's AD all day. The ownership, first and foremost, and it's Cat. Period.
Wait, you said if you had to pick one, it's AD, you said?
Oh, no, I meant Boogie.
Okay, that's Boogie. What I thought you meant, because you said earlier Boogie. Okay, yeah, Boogie.
Oh, yeah, all day. Yeah. Cat, that's a big NO.
Yeah.
Big one. Whiteside, no, he's coming back. Jokic, I don't think so. Gobert, that's the option. Nurkic, can't stop Gobert. Gobert could have another 5 blocks today.
Oh my gosh, insane.
If Dame and McCollum want to come to the hole, get him another 5 blocks. Marc Gasol. What if Marc Gasol and Conley sit tomorrow?
Wow. Well, I mean, if that happens, then I don't know, man. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be tough to keep that game close. Like,
I'll tell you this: don't be surprised if the Magic beat them.
Well, if all those guys are out,
no, even if they're in,
even if they're in, yeah, they have a shot. But if all those guys are out, then definitely. It's just like, you know what I mean?
I mean, these two teams play tough games against each other, and they like I remember last year very vividly. Aaron Gordon went ham on me. But I do not like Vooch against Mark. I don't like mini sitters against Marcus All. You got to be a boogie or some freak. Kevin Love is back at. Okay.
For me, Love in a game stack only. I would only use Love in a game stack.
Yeah, he just hasn't.
It's hard to sacrifice the center. Like on DraftKings, sure. But on FanDuel, it's hard to sacrifice the center position for him. He hasn't really shown us the upside this year, consistently enough anyway. You know, like even on, especially because like on DraftKings, you get the 3-point bonus. So like his scores are a little nicer on DraftKings, a little bit more consistent. On FanDuel, like to sacrifice a center, it's like he's not really getting it done on FanDuel because he's not a big blocks and steals guy. You know.
Well, I would say this: Dwight Howard is in the same situation as Steven Adams.
Yeah, that's true. He's in a smash. But DeAndre Jordan, too, both of those guys, very similarly priced. They're both in phenomenal spots. I mean, Dwight Howard's obviously is better because it's going to be the thin man, as you like to call him, or Henson if Jason Kidd had a brain. But, like, DeAndre Jordan is also in a good spot.
No,
but like,
it's going to be Middleton. He's going to put Middleton on it.
He's going to put Middleton on Dwight.
But yeah, I like Dwight tomorrow. That's I like him over Jordan.
Yeah,
because
I'd give him the edge.
Just they're just gonna slow it down, and he has much more offensive ceiling. Like he's actually scoring points.
Yeah,
and this will come true. Like I said, this will be his best year since leaving the Magic, and that is no doubt. Yeah. This will be his best year. I said it before the year started. There's no question. They are running stuff pick and roll, like they are running stuff through him.
Right.
He can go off today. For sure. Like if I'm playing the big D, I'll be coming back with Dwight. I know that.
Yeah.
Nurkic. No sir. What about Gortat? Here's another Washington guy.
Gortat, and again, like he's in a good spot. You know, it's just like I don't think I want to sacrifice the center. Like if I'm gonna play somebody from Washington, I think I'd rather take my chances with Porter or Beal or Wall. Like I don't think the guy that I want exposure to is Gortat. Like I guess if I was doing a game stack, he'd fit fine. Like, he's in a great spot. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? I just don't see myself doing a full game stack of that game, and so like I would just prefer those other three options. And like realistically, we just talked about like 5 centers already that I really want to play, and I'm probably not going to even do 5 lineups. I'm probably going to do like 3 on each side or something like that. So like I got to be selective here, and because I do plan on playing like a little bit, you know, a higher dollar stuff tomorrow. So it's like I don't know if Gortat's a guy that I feel comfortable passing up all the other guys. What'd you see?
Kyle O'Quinn, my goodness.
Yes.
My dude.
Yes.
I love Kyle O'Quinn.
Me too, man. Love that dude. Huge fan.
I wish he would have never left the Magic. Oh, man.
I wish he would just get a chance to play. I just like more, you know?
What? Maybe we wish Hornacek would eat some rat poison, maybe? Maybe something like that. I don't know. Maybe slip him a little poison. I don't know. Oh man! But how do you even decide between Cantor and O'Quinn? I don't even know. Oh my God! He did all of that in 20 minutes, dude.
I know. Double, 5 blocks in 20 minutes. Double with 5 blocks.
Wow.
He is a monster.
Wow,
he's like mini Cantor. Like Cantor last year, it was like the same thing. We're like Cantor, man. Like if he only could play. It's like him and O'Quinn, man. They're like, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. I love O'Quinn. Like when he was in the Magic, I just loved him. Like he can pass. Yeah. I mean, he's an all-around player. He's just a big dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I think the only reason that he doesn't get to play as much is because like he's kind of his size is like in the middle. He's not quite big enough to be like super big, and he's not quite small enough to keep up with the small guys. He's like, that's the only reason, because he could ball, man. He's got a really good basketball IQ.
You know he's from the city too, right?
Oh, is he? He's from New York?
Yeah.
No kidding.
I think he's from Brooklyn, Bronx.
No kidding. I did not know that.
Yeah. They used to say it all the time when he was with the Magic.
I love the fact that he's that he's on the team. I just wish that he would get a chance, man. The Knicks got to do something with one of these guys, man. They got Hernan Gomez too. Like, he got no defense, but he could score. I love Kyle O'Quinn. It's clear that he's the second option. It's pretty clear he's the backup guy. So anytime he's in a smash spot,
it's a split. It's almost even split almost every game. So
with what him and
and O'Quinn. I mean, yeah, him and Cantor, yeah.
Yeah. No, it definitely
it just makes
is.
It tough.
It's going to be like one of these guys is probably going to have a huge game because like it's a fast-paced game you could expect, and it's Capella in there who's like, you know, he's good, don't get me wrong, but like a lot of, you could see like him and Embiid have gone at it in like, you know, some really big situations. So it's like you want to take one of these guys.
I think both of them could eat him.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I 100% agree. And at the same time, realistically, I think Capella could probably do the same to Cantor. Cantor plays no defense. So if Capella's on Cantor, he's in a great spot. So it's like,
as long as I want Nene out though. I don't think he's out.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point because he's their defense right there.
But there's one more guy. Big neck Bam. I don't know. He'll play if Miami blows them out. He should play still, but just he doesn't have. It was because of Cat. Like, he literally has no offensive game. He has to catch it, he's the rip, they're back in the basket. But against Cat, got a game. Alex Lynn is my guy down here probably.
Yeah.
If they blow them out, I'm not saying they will, but Phoenix is on a back-to-back. Alex Lynn he's a guy that can just go off in limited minutes, like a O'Quinn, like a Boban Bogdanovic in Detroit. Like, this guy's a big point per minute guy. Like, he can go off in limited minutes if he's on. Like,
right.
That's just. I mean, he might just go out and get a point per minute, but he could go out and get a point and a half per minute. Thin Man. How many minutes is Thin Man?
Thin Man. Thon Maker. He played 19.
Oh man, that's not much.
Well,
yeah,
Adams only played 17, so I think like it became a blowout, and they pulled Adams and never put him back in. So they let Milwaukee go small. They were like, whatever.
I think. Yeah, nah. Let me not even say. That's it.
Yeah, I think so. What about Baines? Sacramento's been terrible against centers. Like, he only got 16 minutes against San Antonio, but other than that, he's pretty much he's been playing about 20.
Yeah. Man.
It's a reach, obviously. Like, it's a flyer option, but it's cheap.
3.7. Like,
yeah.
Been beating that value in, what is that? 2, 3, 4 of his last 5 games. One of them was 27 against Miami.
Yeah. This is a great matchup. But then again, you know what? He had a really good... No. Monroe played that game. Never mind. I was going to say he had Milwaukee, but at least Monroe played. Monroe's better than those two.
That doesn't even matter. Monroe only plays 10 minutes a game. Mr. Kid. Monroe, the most talented big man we got on the squad. Oh, man, go out there and get you your 10 minutes, dude. That's all you're going to get because you're too good. Like, I don't want you on the court because you're too good. You're going to make me look good. I want to look like the idiot that I am.
That's the only explanation. It's the only explanation. Yeah. All right, man. This was fun, man. I feel like we got to really, it's just two of us, so we got to dig in a little deeper and take our time, man. It was fun. I feel like we got pretty thorough. Talked about a lot of guys that are. We got a lot to think about tomorrow, and it's a great tournament slate, dude. It's great. I mean, there's so many different ways to go. I think to me, it's going to be like a mixture of like correlated game stack kind of plays with like, if I'm left over with somebody for price, then I guess I'll take a random player like a Ben Simmons or something. But But yeah, man, I think for me in tournaments, I'm gonna try to like in cash, I'm gonna try my best to go stars and scrubs. And we're waiting on injury news. There's potential with Gasol. There's potential with Connolly. So like Dragic. So Dragic's probable. I keep forgetting, but like we'll see. It could turn into a stars and scrubsy kind of night. We got some studs, man. We got Giannis. We got Boogie. We got some studs. So it's gonna be fun, man. Any closing thoughts?
There's no late night hammers either. Because the late games is Utah and Toronto, Denver, which
I guess the Clippers would be
Dallas Clippers, and that's the only hammer in that game is probably Griffin.
Yeah,
Dallas is awful.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. All right, guys, check out the Wise Take NBA Wise stream tomorrow. It will be at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. We will. It's for premium members only. It's where after everybody's done their research and kind of pieced together their parts of the slate, we all kind of come together and discuss it with the nation. We have a chat on the wisetake.com website where our members can interact with everybody and ask questions and all kind of participate. It's a community effort and kind of get their ideas going, man. So tomorrow, definitely want to check that out. We have a free 7-day trial, so sign up for the monthly plan. You can sign up for the NBA plan or the All Sports plan, preferably the All Sports plan. And when you sign up, the first week you will not be charged at all. And if you cancel within that week, we don't charge you. You're good to go. And if you don't cancel, then you get charged, and it keeps going monthly. So pretty cool deal, man. Check it out. It's free. Why not try it? Anyway, man, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that thumbs up. That like button means a lot to us. If you're listening on Podbean, give us a follow. If you're listening on iTunes, give us some 5-star reviews. Won't accept anything less than 5 stars. But do us a favor and do that because it does help us out. Anyway, for Cash, for myself, and the entire Wise Take Nation, as always, good luck.
Yeah.